Trung Chan, editor Li Minh, music Minh, orchestra Liberty Troops XP Region, artist Hồ Văn Tây Nguyễn Ngoan, and director Quang Phúc. The piece of fertile land on the left hand of Saigon River, immense with its gentle waters, fondling the waves night and day. The land of many gardens, peaceful all year round under the shady trees, and fruit trees, ripe all 4 seasons. The land of straight, flat scenery, immense with hundreds of rubber trees. Chi, a small piece of land only 150 square kilometers, with a road and water system, large and complicated like a spider web, next to the 8th highway of Saigon City, the central city of the Americans. With a location like that, with a region like that, with a scenery like that, Chi is always a place for picnics of the city people, a place of gentle and simple peasants of the countryside, a place of childhood memories, of only wanting to live peacefully. But the merciless American bombs have ruthlessly decided to kill this gentle and small piece of countryside in the south of Vietnam, thousands of miles away from USA. With their modern powers of 60 years B-52 poisonous power, wanting to put their foot into the southern revolutionary area so that the Saigon government could breathe, although they had nearly fallen 12 times. Like a crazy batch of devils, they fired into women and children. They fired into riverside chickens and ducks. They fired into greenery. They fired into the earth. They even fired into schools, pots and pans, and even into Buddha statues. All the prosperous and rich villages of Chi were destroyed by the bombs and bullets of Washington, D.C., just like the Trang Lam village. They came in a stampede, charged into Chi guerrillas region. Who are the Chi fighters? They are little Trang Thi Gung, the small girl who lost her father, and in her a hatred, a want for revenge for her family, her country, and so many fighters with their faces appearing above ground, with their rifles and grenades, and over 100 attacks per day of those well-trained soldiers. But by counterattacks and ambush, these groups killed nearly 118 Americans. Those are the fighters of Phạm Văn Cội, well-trained and a love for his comrades, a hatred of U.S. bombs and bullets. He used his intelligence and rifles to destroy planes, using the right time to charge right into the enemy's hangout. After the first stage of fighting against the Americans, he himself killed hundreds of Americans and was awarded 3 awards for killing Americans: Hero for killing Americans, Hero for destroying tanks, and Hero for felling jet fighters. All this group of fighters in the Dikhead village became heroes of the war. That is also counting Bani, the peasant all his life long plowed the fields. But the first time he fought the enemy, he could find out the exact way the enemy would go. He could foretell and plan where to put grenades exactly to kill the enemy. With the success of killing 16 American soldiers, 3 tanks, Bani was awarded as the American Killer Hero. Also, there were Lottie Moe, the little schoolgirl, cute and gentle of the fields. Although she was weak, but through war she had her decision and said to the men soldiers, "Wherever you go, I'll be able to go too." Sometimes she used rifles, sometimes grenades. 8 days continuously, she tracked down the enemy. In her first encounter with the enemy, she was awarded as American Killer Hero. With a high spirit to keep their homes and countryside, these simple peasants of Chi village has broke off every grand attack of the Americans by using their simple traps of guerrilla fighting. The bombshells and failed planes left in the battlefield were all taken by the Chi fighters to be made into deadly weapons with enough capacity to destroy tanks. Learning from the initiative of Hero Pham Van Goi, the fighters had used their initiative to make bombs and bullets. They made a wooden platform with bullets on it. They also made explosives and grenades to fly straight and kill the enemy. From the Americans new kinds of guns and especially quick explosives, M71, the Chi guerrillas never stopped using their own traditional weapons. Bamboo traps which used to be used for hunting animals now were used to hunt American enemies. Coming to Chi, the Americans would always fall into these bamboo traps. Each trap is a trap for fighting. Every person is a soldier, a hero. That is the powerful force of Chi guerrillas. Although they had to live in poverty, the Chi inhabitants would not retreat and give way to 1 inch of their land. They were determined to stay and work, learning their father's saying, a rifle in one hand and a plow in the other. The enemy attacked in the morning. They plowed the fields at night. The fields and canals were full of bombshells, but overcoming tremendous difficulties, they continued to work so guerrillas could eat enough and win the war. Receiving guests and market gathering down Americans wanted to turn Chi into a dead land, but Chi will never die. Unable to live on the surface, they lived underground. With a small village under shady trees, Chi has turned into a treacherous target for the Americans. There were bamboo huts or hiding places. And these underground were tunnels and ways on top of one another, creating an invisible system, joining one village to another, one province to another province, assuring determination for all fighters to live safe under any circumstances and still be in positive positions. A strong system that Chi tunnels and their simple weapons to prevent the enemy from entering the village. But when the enemy charged into the village, the guerrillas could follow their steps day after day, appearing around the ground and the scene, sometimes from behind, sometimes charging up suddenly, so that an American colonel had to explain that they could not see any Vietcongs, that there were Vietcongs anywhere. Chi system has been considered by the Western press as a huge, complicated system, unlike any other system. No architect can design such a system. In one of his journals, one lieutenant in the 5th Division came into Chi in 1966, had to reveal that anyone who went into these tunnels had to admire the talent, the determination, the patience of communists. And hundreds of enemies had to die under the guerrillas' rifles on entering the tunnels. And although day after day, the Americans wanted to take over Chi, they were defeated. The Chi guerrillas still stood firm at the gateway to Saigon City. Of the war, but with a strong will, with determination and face-to-face with the enemy, the Chi inhabitants still had time to play, The bombs could accompany with songs and music. They fought without tiring, and always prepared to face any kind of enemy, although as strong as they were. Their free life was considered the sweet hunting music. Even pushed them ahead to protect the village. The 7 attacked defeated. The American soldiers